Alright guys, well here's an update on the 3500. Apparently I'm another victim of the Chevy Shudder. Um, Thought it might have been an issue with the tanks not switching fuel from the back to the front, but apparently that's not it. It's the torque converter. It's locking up in every gear. Um, and the really bad thing is it's just losing power. I mean, it has a lack of power. It shudders because it's locking up when it shouldn't. And you can literally tell going down the road when it's running right. I mean, this thing is like a rocket. It gets up and goes, never misses a beat. And even running 70 down the road, you can tell right when it happens. I mean, the very second, it's like somebody flipped a switch and it starts to shudder. It starts getting to where you got to have it all the way down and like cram it up to $5,000 to climb a hill. And it's really, really frustrating. And even when it's really noticeable is if you're at a red light and you got your foot on the brake, it's only idling at like 500 RPM. It's just like it's trying to go on its own. And that's that torque converter locking up. So I'm taking it back to the dealership I got it from Monday. They're going to put me in another vehicle to drive around just till they fix it, which I don't know what their fix is going to be. It really needs a torque converter and a flush, which even if they do that, it's probably going to take a crap, and then I'll be putting another transmission in it probably before I ever even hit 100,000 miles. And the truck's got 74,000 miles, 75,000 on it now. I put roughly 1,000 on it, and it's been 3 or 4 weeks that I've had it, and it's actually been in the shop 3 different times already. So, and no, the lemon law won't work on it because 1, I didn't buy it new. 2, which I don't know, it may work for used vehicles too, but they sold it to me as is, which I get it, you know, it's a used truck. But at the same time, they're also gonna, oh well, it was, you know, we put a fuel pump in it, we did this. It's gonna be something that it's not the same problem 3 times in a row. And what really aggravates me is the dealership I took it to. I do a lot of business with them, and I've always had great service out of them. And their response is, "Well, it's a heavy truck with a 6.0. That's just it's underpowered." I'm like, really? They sell hundreds of thousands of these trucks with 6.0s in them, and diesels and you know, all kinds of stuff that pull trailers with equipment on them daily, and they don't have this problem. So having a 6.0 in it doesn't have anything to do with this truck, or they wouldn't put 6.0s in them. It really pisses me off that, you know, the dealership I trusted, that's their excuse. And of course that cost me $200 for them to tell me that and fix absolutely nothing. I left the dealership, it ran fine for 15 miles maybe, and I could tell the minute it started doing it, and sure enough, gave it the gas and no power. So, got to get this fixed. I mean, I rely on this to make my living. It pulls a trailer, pulls my equipment around, and without this pulling a trailer, I've just got a 4-door 4-wheel drive car with no power, because it does this empty. So, yep, I'm another victim of the Chevy Shudder and transmission. Fantastic. Well, we'll get it worked out one way or the other. If I have to, I guess I'll end up putting a transmission in it. Yay. Nothing like buying a vehicle and immediately putting a transmission in it. Anyhow, and no, that's not toilet paper. I'm not hoarding it. That's paper towels because we go through a lot. Later, guys.